And I know this is just an exhibition game, Owen. It feels like baseball season is all the way back.
It does, Evan, and of course with the new changes to the league, going fully professional now. There's a lot better atmosphere around here. It seems like, especially with the kids around for a beautiful Tuesday morning game. And right now, I'm feeling great.
Absolutely. Both teams are coming off very solid seasons. The Majors went 24-18 last year, but lost in the quarterfinals to the Guelph Royals in 3 games. And the Chatham Buccaneers also coming off a solid season. They went 22-20, but lost in 4 games to the Hamilton Cardinals. Both teams are anxious and excited to get this season going. We'll have the first pitch for you right after this.
And out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
And the starting pitchers for today's matchup, Victor Payano for the Majors and Aiden Ryan for Chatham. Both starting pitchers had very good seasons last year. Aiden Ryan, he had a 3-5 record with an ERA just under 5. And Victor Payano had one of his best seasons with the Majors last year, 6-4 with an ERA just over 3, with over 10 Ks per 9 innings. What a pitching matchup we have here this afternoon, Owen.
Yeah, of course. And Victor Payano, who was absolutely lights out last season. I mean, you see one of the best strikeout pitchers in the league, as well as his very low walk rate as well. It should be a good adjustment for him to get back into the season. It should be a good start for him today.
Yeah, Payano is one of the veteran guys on this team, and he is one of the veteran pitching staffs on this team as well. He had just a great season, and he's hoping to carry that on into this season as well.
Yes, he is, Evan. And of course, him and Travis Keys, they were absolutely electric last season. Those are the two returning pitchers, starting starting pitchers for the Majors this season. So should be an interesting adjustment for them to get into professional ball, but it should be interesting for the season.
Absolutely.
Pardon? Did you start a break? You did? Yeah.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
And here we are at Labatt Memorial Park. First pitch is about to be underway here. Payano delivers, and that's a first pitch strike to Thomas Green, the shortstop for the Barnstormers this season. Payano with that good fastball of his. He's also got a good breaking ball that he'll use. And that's fouled right back. And it's a ball and a strike. Good swing there by Green.
Thomas Green coming over from Welland last year. Played in only 12 games for the Jackfish with a 239 batting average and a 700 OPS. The 26-year-old brings a nice bat to this Barnstormer offense.
Absolutely great leadoff hitter as Piano misses down low. It's 2-1 now on Green. That's a drive up in the air. And this one will be caught. Beautiful play by Luis Jean, the third baseman, the new addition to the majors. Majors made a lot of additions this offseason. We'll get into a lot of those as the broadcast resumes. But Luis Jean with a nice play for the first out of the inning.
It's a great play there by Jean. Obviously the first year major. Must be a little different looking up at the sun here than where he was last season. But
yeah, absolutely.
Still able to make the good adjustment, find the ball.
Here's the number 2 hitter for the Barnstormers, Kean Johnston, the right fielder. And that's a drive. That's way foul. You can see Piano is attacking those hitters with that fastball early on. Piano deals. That's a strike. And it's 0-2.
Kean Johnson, 6'5", 220 pounds. He is in right field today. His first season with the Barnstormers as the BC native.
That's a brown ball to the shortstop. Makes the play 1-2 down. That was David Dryers, another new addition to the team. He makes a nice play for the second out. And Piano having a nice clean inning here so far to open up the exhibition game.
He definitely is having a great start to today. As obviously a whole new infield for him this season. Trying to work on building the trust between him and the other 4 behind him.
And a swing and a miss there by Mitazuki Fukuda, the number 3 hitter for the Barnstormers. He's playing catcher. Piano with great command so far in this one. And that one's down low, ball 1.
Fukuda in his 3rd season here with the Chatham Barnstormers. In the past 2 seasons, a 323 average in total and 800 OPS. Last year was his best season. 38 games, a 333 average and a near 900 OPS. He is a really dangerous hitter. Contact-wise, only 2 home runs last season for Fukuda.
One of the big reasons why the Barnstormers made it to the quarterfinals. Made a dent against the Hamilton Colonels, but ultimately fell in 4 games. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss there, and it's 2-2.
You see Piano really trusting his fastball early on here. He able to get that high and outside, and Fukuda unable to get the hands up in time. Because now he's in a bit of a hole.
There's the 2-2. That's a drive. Will it stay fair? It will not. And that's a foul ball.
It's a good adjustment by Fukuda there. Another fastball from Piano. This time up and in. So he was able to react early on it. Able to get a piece of wood on it.
The 2-2. And that's strike 3. Beautiful pitch there by Piano. And he has a 1-2-3 top of the first inning.
All right, Rangers fans, we're going to add a bit of in-game excitement here. A little bit of a friendly competition. We wanted to see which school could cheer the loudest.
All right, now let's go over the London Majors starting lineup. Jarrett Burney will play second. Robert Carroll will play center. Eduardo De Olio, Majors fans will know him. He's playing catcher. Tucker Zuninuch, he will play right field. Trent Linehan, he'll play first. Luis Jean, he'll play third. You saw him make a play in the top of the first. David Dryers also made a play. He'll play second. He'll play shortstop, excuse me. And Xavier Whittle, he'll DH, and Jaden Bublik will play left.
Yeah, only 2 returning players in the starting lineup today. That is Eddie Diolio and Tucker Zadunik. As it's our first look of a whole new chapter of Majors Baseball on the offensive side now. On the bump for Chatham, as we said, Aiden Ryan for Chatham Kent in his 8 starts last season, just under a 5 ERA, going 3-5. As the command was a little iffy from him in 52 and 2/3 innings, 45 strikeouts, 28 walks, sorry. So definitely trying to get his numbers up, as it was about the same in his first season with Chatham Kent as well back in 2024. So definitely looking for an improvement. We all know that Chatham Kent is a playoff caliber team there. I mean, they were the 3rd seed last season. They're trying to get everybody into form here early.
Yeah, Aiden Ryan's a guy who can start. He can come out of the bullpen. He's a reliable arm for the Barnstormers. And he's actually second in the franchise history for with 72 strikeouts.
The second baseman, Jarrett Burney.
And here comes Jarrett Burney. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1.
Jarrett Burney, his first season here in Canada, the 24-year-old coming out of Atlanta, Georgia.
And that's outside ball 2. Burney was in the California Winter League most recently, and he had one heck of a outing. He batted .420, 21 for 50 with 5 doubles, 1 triple, 11 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases, and he walked more than he struck out. And that's a 4-pitch walk to start the bottom of the first, and Burney draws the walk.
Good start here from London, able to stay patient there was Burney. As we just said with Aiden Ryan, the little walk issue he's had the last couple of seasons is starting to, that he's obviously trying to get rid of. And obviously the first 4 pitches he throws today, none of them fall for a strike. When it comes to the umpires today, Hudson Gagne will take over behind home plate. Steve Cochran out there as well. He is on the base pass.
And Ryan pumps in a strike. Roberto Caro most recently played in the top independent league in Mexico during the 2024 season. He batted .267 with a .341 on base. He hit 2 home runs and drove in 10 in 34 games. That's a drive, and it's way foul.
Hope it didn't hit my car.
Yeah, that's always one of the downfalls for playing. The cars are always in danger. And Ryan looking to get his command back. It's 0-2.
It's a better start into an at-bat from Ryan here, able to get aggressive early here on Caro, especially with Eddie Diolio on deck with a man on.
That one nowhere close, and it's 1-2.
Almost looked like Burney was thinking of second base there. You saw Fukuda kind of jump up at the opportunity to throw down, and Burney held back.
That's a drive to the second baseman. They will get 1, and they will not get the second. So that's an infield hit. Jaron Burney is thrown out. is thrown out, excuse me, and Roberto Caro has an infield hit.
That was Julian Monks making the play out there at second. It was obviously a tough developing play with the slow rolling grounder, but thankfully able to get the out of the speedy Bernie. But now Eddie only has one man on, so
Eduardo
limiting the
DeOlio,
damage.
yeah. I mean, DeOlio was hoping to continue what he did last season. He was an absolute monster, batting over 300. He had 11 home runs. And, man, he was just on it all season. He had a 950 OPS, which was one of the highest in the CBL.
Yes, just Eddie has just been a phenomenal hitter since coming to London. He's played 3 seasons here already. This will be his 4th. A career .309 batting average, a career .919 OPS. However, last year not his best when it comes to home run totals, although he was top 5 in the league last season. Obviously an all-star as well. As the 33-year-old has definitely made a home here in London.
And Ryan misses outside. That's ball 2. It's 2-1 now on DeOlio.
We know DeOlio can be real patient at the plate, but we also know that he does have a little tendency to chase an off-speed away. Wonder if Ryan will go to that here to get a swing.
And there goes Caro, and that's a base hit. Caro's going to third, and Eduardo DeOlio has a base hit. And the opposite way, and the Majors have got something brewing here in the bottom of the first.
Did almost exactly as I said right there, did Aiden Ryan, Evan. Except it was a fastball away. Eddie was able to extend the hands out, especially with Caro on the move on that, moving the second baseman over to the bag. Just a beautiful hit and run play here from London. Now runners on the corners for another hometown hero here in Tucker Zdunek.
Zdunek had a great season last year, and he fouls off the first one.
The 26-year-old Zdunek in his 2nd season with the Majors. Again, last season went really successful for him in 31 games, a .316 batting average with an .893 OPS. So he is a really good hitter. He did take a couple of games at DH last season as well.
He also had a .402 on base, which led the Majors last season. That's a 1-1 count now.
That's what you'll find from a Roop Chanderdat-led team. You know, they're real patient when they need to be, but they also can be really aggressive at the plate and on the bump. As this team that both Roop Chanderdat and Scott Dart have created for this season is looking good so far.
That's a base hit up the middle. Great diving effort, and a run will score. That's Roberto Caro. And DeOlio will stop at second, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Majors.
Well, you can see the crowd's already into this one, which is a good start. Good hitting there from Tucker Zdunek, able to put the ball back up the middle, just out of the reach of Thomas Green. And 2 more on for Trent Lanahan.
Runners at first and second, still only 1 out as Ryan tries to get back in the zone here. That one's a strike right down the middle.
Lanahan, only 23 years old. This is his first season in the CBL. The 6'5" right-hander. He is playing first base today.
That one's away, and it's count evens up at 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. And that's swing and a miss there. He was trying to hit that one out of the ballpark, but he swung right through it.
What a cut there by Lenahan. He's really excited to be here in London, and you can see there he was really swinging.
That's a drive into center. This one will be caught. Great diving play there. That was Andrew Groening who made that one, and that's the second out of the inning.
Great read there from Groening out in center, able to see the ball was starting to die early. She was able to get there just in time.
And here comes Louise Jean, one of the newcomers to the majors this season.
The 31-year-old previously played for Hamilton and Welland back in 22 and 23 respectively. As he was really good then, a 341 average through the 2 seasons, an 828 OPS. Through 48 games played in those two seasons, but he is back now in the CBL. He sits one right-hander out of San Pedro.
Here's the 0-1. That one's inside. It's a ball and a strike now on Jean.
All Jean is looking for right now is just to get out of the inning in any means that he can.
Looking probably for a double play ball right now. See if he throws one of those breaking balls in the dirt to try and get a chase from Jean. And that's way up high, 2-1.
Obviously, Delio not the fastest out there in second. So if Jean can put one in the gap, that is a guaranteed run for London here. But he'll foul that one off.
Yeah, good swing there by Jean.
Ryan is in a good spot here against Louise Jean. A 2-strike count. He knows that if he can throw anything close, Jean will try and protect, and Aiden Ryan is able to generate swings.
And that one will be, it looks like foul. That just went foul. It was almost fair, but it rolled to the foul line, and we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, just a little check swing flare down the line, and Hudson Gagne says it goes foul only by a couple of inches. So that was at the end of the inning right there.
Ryan trying to get out of this inning with limited damage. Here's the 2-2. And that one is strike 3 call. Ryan gets the strikeout looking, and he limits the damage. It's a 1-0 lead for the majors after an inning. We'll be back with the top of the second after this.
Do not cheer until you hear your school name.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-2 265 1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
And welcome back here to the top of the second inning. Majors up 1-0 after an inning. Victor Payano throwing some warm-ups. He had a very good first inning of work. Had a 1-2-3 inning. And it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Barnstormers coming up.
It was a great start of the inning for London in general, both in the top and bottom half. Your defense was able to get a little bit of work. Obviously, the play over at third in foul ground as well. And then 2 hits and a walk here 3 hits and a walk for London there in the first, giving a run.
Good to see the offense going. It's going to be interesting to see how long Payano is going to pitch here this afternoon. It is an exhibition game, so he is probably not expected to go 6 or 7 innings. But we'll see how high that pitch count comes, and we'll see how long he'll be out there for.
Yeah, I don't expect Payano to be out there all too long today, as you see as well, even a little bit of work already going on in the London bullpen. You see Alex Springer getting ready to possibly come into this game.
Swing and a miss there by Barrett. Grayson Barrett, the left fielder for the Barnstormers this afternoon.
Grayson Barrett, his 3rd season in the CBL, however, spending the last 2 in Welland, played 73 games over the last 2 seasons. An exact 300 average and 883 OPS. Is the Bakersfield native slowly making a name for himself here in the CBL.
Here's the 0-2. Barrett hits one way up foul, and it remains 0-2. Payano's command is really something that's impressing me. His command with that fastball, he's pumping that inside and outside of the zone to left-handed and right-handed batters, which is something that drove his success upwards last year. That's a drive, ground ball to third base, and it's bobbled there. The throw is not in time. Good hustle there by Barrett. That was Luis Jean who had a bit of a bobble on that play, and the Barnstormers have their first base runner of the afternoon.
Bit of an unfortunate bounce there off of Luis Jean. Kind of bounced between the grass and the dirt, goes off the cuff of his glove, and obviously unfortunate here for the London defense. However, what may be a good inning here from Chatham if they can keep this going.
Here's Andrew Groening, the center fielder for the Barnstormers. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it off.
And Groening, as you saw, he made that diving catch out in center. In the bottom half of the first, is only 19 years old, coming out of Chatham, Kent. The 6'2", 235 right-hander in his first season of work here in the CBL.
Here's the 0-1. And that's a strike there. He pumps in another good fastball. The Barnstormers weren't a team that ran the bases a lot last year. They only had 19 stolen bases as a team last year. We'll see if that's something they want to maybe emphasize more of, getting a stolen base this season. Here's the 0-2. Did he go? Looks like he did not, and it's 1-2.
It was a good check there from Groening. It was a really good fastball, breaking ball there from Victor Payano on that 0-2, and Groening read it early and was able to stay back on it, keep this at bat alive.
Payano gets the sign. He's ready for the  0-1-2. And it checks up on Barrett, and he gets back to first with no problem at all.
Obviously, Grayson Barrett does have a little bit of speed. Obviously, he has never been the most aggressive on the base pass. Only 2 stolen bases last 2 seasons.
Groening fouls that one off. It remains 1-2.
Seeing this age on Andy Groening makes me feel old. He's the same age as us. However,
Wow.
he's the one playing pro ball. We're the one talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the 1-2 from Payano. That's a ground ball to Jean, and it slips through him for a base hit. And Barrett will stop at second, and back-to-back hits for the Barnstormers to start the second. Just went under the glove of Luis Jean, and that's an unfortunate one for the majors.
Yeah, another unfortunate bounce there from Jean. Obviously, he's still trying to get used to the infield grass here in London, and obviously you saw there did not exactly work in his favor, bouncing under the glove. And now, like I said, it's starting to look good here for Chatham here in the second. 2 on, nobody away.
Here's Yoshin Ota for the Barnstormers. He's playing third base. Ota was the primary third baseman for the team last year.
Yeah, and Ota playing in 34 games last season. A .286 average, a .929 OPS, as well as 6 homers to go along with that. So a good bat at the plate. He does strike out more than he walks. However, not that big of a difference. Only 26 strikeouts to 18 walks, and we know he can get on the bases. However, again, like most of this Chatham Kent team, not very aggressive on the base pass. Only 2 stolen bases last season.
Yeah, Ota's got some power, but he's also got that swing and miss, like you said, Owen. And here, the 2-1 count now on him with still nobody out in the inning. Payano trying to maybe get a double play here if he can throw a breaking ball, or he may stick with the fastball. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss there by Ota, and the count evens up at 2.
That was a beautiful pitch from Payano. He went with the off speed there instead of trying to go with a 2-1 fastball, and simply fooled Yoshin Ota.
Still action in the majors bullpen. It's Alex Springer. He is the 2-2 swing and a miss there by Ota, and Payano gets the strikeout.
Second strikeout for Payano today, and it goes to 2 in 2 innings. And Julian Muntz now, he had a bit of action in the bottom half of the first and had to make a tricky play for a force out.
He's playing second base, and Payano gets the sign. Now the pitch to Monks. That's a ground ball. This could be 2. There's 1, and it's bobbled there. And I believe they did get the second out. Or did they? Now a bit of confusion. It looks like they did get the second out. That was Jared Burney making that play, but it was bobbled. And it'll be runners at first and third, I believe, with 2 out.
I don't believe that Andy Droning realized that they had dropped the ball. That was David Dryers trying to transition on the bag for the double play. The unfortunate bobble, however, still able to get the out off Droning, who thought Dryers had caught that ball.
Here's the first baseman, Owen Constantino, for the Barnstormers.
Constantino, his second year of action, the 21-year-old from Ottawa, played in 29 games last season for the Barnstormers. He was a pretty good hitter, a .228 average with a .700 OPS, as well as 4 home runs to go along with that. So a good bat for a good young player here, especially against Victor Payano. Is you can see him having a word with Steve Cochran.
Here's the 1-1 now from Payano. And he pumps another one in for a strike, and it's 1-2.
There's where you see Payano's command really start to show. And fastball outer half, and a little bit of a mix of the command from Payano and also the good framework from Eddie Diolio.
1-2 in the dirt, and that one is outside. And now Payano making sure all the signs are correct, and he's ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch. And there goes the runner, and Diolio framed it, but he didn't get the call, and it's full. And we talked about the stolen bases, and the Barnstormers capitalized on that. That was Owen. No, never mind. Sorry, that was Monks who stole that one. And it's full now. So a base hit could potentially drive in two if Constantino can get a pitch to hit here. And that one will be ball 4, and that'll load the bases for Robert Mackey, the DH.
Great at bat there from Constantino, able to stay in the at bat, even down 2 strikes. It was a 1-2 count early on, and able to work it all the way back. And now into a walk, and now bases loaded 2 away. And as we were talking about earlier, Evan, the action in the bullpen is actually Cade Douglas, the Lakewood, Colorado native. He's 24 years old. This will be his first action in the CBL. Is signed to London this offseason.
First pitch to Mackey is down and away, ball 1 from Payano.
Robert Mackey will be Chatham Kent's designated hitter today, as he can do just about everything out there on the field. The 27-year-old.
That's a brown ball. Will it get through it? It's caught, but no play, and a run will come in to score. And we're tied up at 1.
Yeah, there's David Dreyers just simply just trying to stop the ball from going out into left field. That would have scored 2 had it have gone by him, and he understood that he had no play anywhere, so he decides to hold on.
We're back to the top of the order now.
A run does unfortunately score here for Chatham Kent. Sorry, unfortunately if you are a London fan. But it has been a really productive inning here for Chatham Kent. Even though they've only put up 1 run, they have really extended Payano's time out here on the bump.
And that one is down low for ball 1. Julian Monks thought about going, but he decided wisely not to attempt the steal of home. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Payano trying to limit the damage here in the second inning. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Payano able to even up the count. Green struck out his first time up. So he was the opener today. Trying to change his outcome this time in a really good spot here.
That's a drive into center field. And this one is over the head And this one will score at least 2, and it'll score 3. And the Barnstormers have a monster inning here in the second. It's a 4-1 game as that one went over the head of Roberto Caro. And the Barnstormers have taken a 3-run lead. It's 4-1. And that's a 3 RBI double for Thomas Green.
Great at bat there from Thomas Green. Was able to get aggressive early in it. He knows he can get Payano, who is a mainly fastball guy. He likes to go fastball, curveball. As Green was able to catch one at the top of the zone and attack, he did.
And here's Kian Johnston with his second at bat. He takes a strike.
This is not the Victor Payano we are used to seeing. We're used to seeing the Victor Payano who came out in the first inning. He went 1, 2, 3 in that inning. However, needing a little more effort here in the second, allowing 4 to score.
And Payano has pumped 2 strikes to Johnston. Still 2 out, and Payano just trying to get out of this inning as quickly as he can. And that's a swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Diolio throws it, and that's the inning. Well, a productive inning for the Barnstormers, 4 runs, and we'll have the bottom of the second in just a minute.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
Well, welcome back, folks, to the Labatt Memorial Park. Bottom of the second is going to have happening momentarily. And the Barnstormers had a great top of the second, scoring 4 runs on Victor Payano. And now Aiden Ryan will come out for his second inning of work.
Yeah, just a great inning there from the Chatham Kent offense. We know that they're able to do that from time to time. They do have a really good offense. That is one of the reasons they were the 3 seed last season. As now it's London's turn to try and come back at them.
David Dryers will lead it off. He's playing shortstop this afternoon for the majors. And then Ryan will try and protect this 3-run lead here. And that's a drive into left. This one will be caught by the second baseman. That was Julian Monks, I believe, who had that one. Good play there, and that was a quick first out.
This brings up Xavier Whittle now. Whittle, the 22-year-old coming out of Mississauga, spent the last couple of years at Humber College, where he was the MVP last season in the OCAA. So, looking for a good start to his journey in the pro ball as he's actually been following it pretty closely. He does have Instagram and TikTok pages where he does show a little bit of the work he does throughout the season, throughout the off season as well.
That's awesome. Love to see that from the players.
Of
There's
course.
a count from Ryan. He takes a strike.
It is safe to say he is very excited to be playing here, obviously. Humber is a bit of a rival of Fanshawe, so coming here years prior, maybe not so excited, however.
Absolutely, and Whittle sends one to the second baseman. That one is made there, and Whittle is retired.
It's a routine play there from Julian Mounts. Aiden Ryan doing a good job, just keep the ball on the ground, and rather than trying to force a strikeout on Whittle, just using his command quite well, able to get ground balls and get productive outs here.
Here's Jaden Babluk, who is playing left field today for the majors. Ryan delivers away, and it's a ball and no strikes.
Babiuk, his first season here at the majors. You notice something with his stance. He really likes to keep the hands back.
Yeah.
A lot of players that you see now is
There's a comeback to Ryan, and he'll make the play easily, and that's a very fast 1-2-3 inning for Aiden. Ryan will have the top of the third. It's a 4-1 Barnstormer lead. Top of the third coming up next.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
We are back here in Labatt Memorial Ballpark as a new pitcher here for London. Payano, who we did not expect to go very long in this game, only goes 2 innings, unfortunately giving up 4 earned runs. As now right-hander Cade Douglas comes into the game, his first action here with the majors. Douglas, the 23-year-old, completing his collegiate career at Colorado State Pueblo. As the Moose Jaw native, played in the Northwood League last season with the Wausau Woodshots, where he was pretty decent, where he had a pretty decent stat line. Is trying to bring that back over here to London. Is obviously a new environment comes with new challenges, and I'm sure London is a lot different than out west, and especially down in the U.S.
He's had a good breaking ball and a changeup. His fastball will sit in the low 90s. And it's a good guy or an arm out of the bullpen for the majors. He's very reliable. Injuries have not been an issue for him at all.
And as this league will continue to grow, you'll see a lot more guys in that lower 90s average on their fastball. When the last couple of seasons, as it was the IBLs.
This is a drive into right, and that is caught there by Tucker Zinadich, and that's one away.
And yeah, as I was saying, obviously with the IBL and a semi-professional league, obviously you don't have as many options for arms. However, now you're fully professional. You will bring in those professional arms, especially last season Hamilton started with that with the great Fernando Rodney.
And Dale Douglas misses outside for ball one to Grayson Barrett, the left fielder, for second at bat.
A little more action there in the Chatham Kent bullpen now. The left-hander starting to get a little bit of work in.
Barrett fouls that one off. And Douglas, you can see the command is very good. He's got a very interesting stance. He kind of pauses for a split second as he's about to deliver. And I think that helps him kind of hide that change up in that breaking ball that he uses. And that's a drive into left. This one will be caught. Nice catch there by Jaden Babluk. And that's the second out of the inning. And Douglas having a good start to his majors career, even though it's only an exhibition game, but you always like to get a bit of work in before the season begins officially.
Good stuff out there out and left by Jaden Babluk. He's kind of trailing back to his right and able to track the ball the entire way.
Here's Andrew Growning, the center fielder, for his second at bat. Here comes the 0-1 from Douglas. That one is fouled off, way foul. And we hope no cars were broken on that play. And the command for Douglas, very impressive so far, and he's got an 0-2 count on Growning.
Douglas looking good so far. Retiring his first two hitters.
That one's in the dirt, 1-2.
Kind of a waste pitch there from Douglas. In an 0-2 count, you have options to throw those kinds of waste pitches. Those are usually breaking balls in the dirt.
And that is strike three. Call, good inning for Cade Douglas in the top of the third. Doesn't allow a base runner against the Barnstormers. We'll have the bottom of the third momentarily. It's a 4-1 game. And so now the bottom of the third is coming up, and we will see if the Majors can get the offense going again. They're down by 3, and we talked about having the offense going up. The Majors actually had a very good offensive team last year. As a team, they batted .274, and that's something they want to continue on. They also had 34 home runs and drove in 198 runs. They stole 56 bases. The stolen bases are a strong suit for the Majors, and that's a thing they want to hope to continue to do as the season goes on.
Yeah, it was a very strong offense from London last season. However, there were a little bit of times of inconsistency with that offense as well. You would have games, games where you only get one hit as a team, and then the next one you're scoring 8 or 9 runs. So that's what I think they need to be working on this season as London, as the consistency portion of it, and of course with the stolen bases, the losses of some big speed guys last year. Obviously Toby Simmons, Francisco Fajardo, all those quick players. Now that they're gone, obviously you need to find new ones to kind of replace those roles, especially on the base pass. As on the bump now it'll be Catalin Morin on the bump for Chatham Kent. As the LaSalle, Ontario native will be taking his first action here in 2026. As now is a good time for the London offense to kind of get a spark going.
Absolutely.
Obviously down by 3 here. It is, again, it is early. It is still only the 3rd inning here in this one. However, you never want to be down ever in a game,
Absolutely.
really.
And Morin pumps in a strike, and it's 0-1.
Little more action in the London bullpen now. Zachary Laird is getting a little bit of work. The 23-year-old coming out of Langley, BC. He was just signed this past offseason to the majors. This will be his first CBL season.
Morin misses up high. It's 1-2 now. Moore, not an overpowering guy. He's got the fastball. He's got that breaking ball as well. And that's fouled off. That was a good pitch there by Bourne, coming inside to get that swing.
So obviously with Morin not being a very powerful pitcher when it comes to velocity and break, his main goal on the bump is to get weak contact.
Yep.
That is 100% the goal. Obviously, strikeouts will still be there from time to time. However, with a pitcher like this,
that's a base hit up the middle, and Morin gives up a hit. And that's a good start to the inning for the majors.
yes, it is. And
Now batting, second baseman.
just a good cut up the middle. That was by Trent Lenahan, I believe.
And now Morin delivers, and that's outside, ball 1. Four to 1 lead for the Barnstormers here in the bottom of the 3rd. The first exhibition game for the majors and for the Barnstormers as well. Here's Morin's 1-0. That one is in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
Jarrett Burney, he walked in his first at bat. However, he was rolled out off the Caro fielder's choice. Walked on 4 pitches last time. This time,
Throw to first, not in time. And that's a good heads-up play there. Trying to pick the runner off at first, but it didn't work. And now here's the 2-1 from Morin. That one's way outside. It's 3-1 now. And now catching for the Barnstormers, Loyal Greer, who has now in the game. He's catching right now. And that's a drive into shallow left. This one, is it catchable? It is. Nice play there to get the first out. It had to reach over the Barnstormers dugout. And that's a good defensive play for the first out.
yeah, that was Owen Costantino able to make the play. It was obviously his big frame. He's able to reach out for those kinds of balls along the railing, and he showed just right there. And a nice athletic play over in foul territory.
Here's Roberto Caro with his second at bat against Morin now, and that one is in the dirt for ball 1.
As we just said, Caro grounded into a fielder's choice his first at bat. However, he did score off the Tucker Zadunik single back in the first. We know he's able to make contact. He's not a big strikeout guy. Is Roberto Caro.
There's strike one.
Because this is a moment you want Morin to be aggressive here, especially with one away and one of the most dangerous bats in the CBL on deck in Eduardo Diolio.
That's a drive into right. This one is up in the air, and it will be caught. And that's the second out of the inning.
Catalin Morin on cue, being very aggressive there to Caro. Early in the at-bat, he was able to kind of jam him on the inside. It wasn't able to carry the ball into left as much as he wanted, and it was Grayson Barrett able to make the play for the Barnstormers, now with 2 away.
And here's Eduardo Diolio now. 2 outs with a man at first. And first pitch swing. This one is up and out of play, it looks like. As when Constantino runs out of room.
A really big cut there from Eddie on the first pitch. Trying to give the fans out behind the wall a little souvenir they can fight after. And unfortunately, just missed underneath, and we'll have to try again.
There's the pitch from Morin. That's fouled off again by Diolio, and it's 0-2 quickly.
As we said, Morin being really aggressive. That's what you want out of a kind of underpowered left-handed pitcher. You know, you really want him to be aggressive, especially on the inside of the zone against those righties. Because as you start to leak over to the middle and the outside, that leaves a lot of room for these hitters to just really drive it out into the right center gap, out in the right field. And that is what kills you as a left-handed pitcher.
And Diolio, did he foul it off? It looks like he did not, and that's strike 3 call. And Morin gets the strikeout of Eduardo Diolio, and that's the end of the 3rd inning. So the Majors unable to get any offense going. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning. We'll have that for you right after this.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Welcome back, folks, to the top of the 4th inning, and another new addition to the Majors is about to make his debut. Zach Lard, the 22-year-old. He was in Saskatchewan last year for the Western Canadian Baseball League. He was one of the best pitchers in that league. He went 4-0 with an ERA just over 2 in 21 innings and for 19 appearances. And he helped the Berries to a league best 46-9 record, as he will get the ball here for the top of the 4th, an arm that is set to be a big one for the Majors this season, as he's got that fastball that can average anywhere between 93 and 95, and he's also got that wipeout breaking ball that he gets a lot of that swing and miss from, and he has a single shot delivery, which is interesting, and that throws off some of the hitters. So it's going to be exciting to see him pitch momentarily here in the top of the fourth. The Barnstormers have a 4-1 lead over the Majors.
Yeah, obviously Zach Laird, a very dominant pitcher last season, 16 strikeouts per 9 from him out on the West Coast. Is the Langley, BC native to make his CBL debut here, the 23-year-old left-hander.
He comes in a strike to Yushin Ota. A big swing there by Ota and a big fastball, and get used to seeing that kind of pitch there. Overpowering. Can even probably top out at 96. And it's 0-2 now on Ota.
That is just a beautiful pitch there from Laird, able to get it up and in. As
Wow.
you see again there.
Gets him looking.
The command from Zach Laird is definitely there, and we saw it in full swing. That was 3 pitches against Yushin Ota. And a quick strikeout from him. That fastball up and in on that 0-1 pitch. That might have been one of the best we've seen today.
Absolutely,
at least.
Yeah. And now Julian Monks now will get a crack at Zach Laird. And there's that fastball again. And Monks fouls it off. It's 0-1.
So that is 4 straight fastballs from Zachary Laird to start his afternoon. Is honestly I'd like to say one of the fastest in the league. There's a beautiful breaking ball there as well that he mixes in as well.
Good location, and it's 0-2.
As hitters in this league are just not used to the high velocity that Zachary Laird that gives out, as obviously with the IBL last season, obviously the limited pitching pool, obviously not the best velocity when it comes to average, and now this season's you add more along to it. He is a really good mix.
That's a brown ball played there easily, and there's 2 away. That was a good play there. I believe that was David Dryers who had that one.
Yeah, just a clean play out there in second. That was Jarrett Burney actually at second base, just able to make the clean play. That's what we like to start to see so far here from London. Is obviously the couple of botched plays earlier in this game so far, especially on the left side of this infield. You want to be able to stay consistent in your fielding, and just try and make any play as clean as possible.
Here's Owen Constantino. 2 outs in the inning. Zach Laird, very impressive to start his tender with the Majors. And he takes one outside.
Constantino was able to get on base last time as he was a part of the Thomas Green 3 RBI double. There's a little more action coming out of the London bullpen at the moment.
Laird pumps in another strike. And now it's 2-1 now. That's going to be a brown ball through the legs. And that's an unfortunate one there. That'll go as an infield hit. That's an unfortunate one there. But that was David Dryers, who just couldn't get that ball in his glove, and that's an infield hit.
Yeah, again, just another mishap here from the Majors defensively, and just it's either the ground that obviously they're not used to playing on just yet that's fooling them, or some other factor to this, because it's not every day you see 4 botched plays from the left side of your infield in 4 innings.
There's Robert Mackey, the DH, his second at bat, and he takes a strike. Well, the good thing about this game today is that it doesn't count. It's an exhibition game, so the defense has time to adjust when it comes to the home opener next Friday. That's the good part of this, is that's a swing and a miss there by Mackey, and it's 0-2.
Yes, we will have one more game on Thursday before our home opener. That will come on the 15th of May. As well, in the London bullpen right now, Caleb Casey is getting warm. He might be coming into action for the 5th inning here for London. The 6'3", 245-pound right-hander. This is a Surrey, BC native. Is his first action of CBL baseball. He's only 24 as well. So the team has definitely gotten a lot younger as we've seen so far. And very talented, which is what I have seen as well from both the hitting side. Although only one run, that first inning was still a really good inning from London, as well as on the pitching side. That's Zachary Laird with another strikeout.
And he strikes him out, and that's the end of the top of the 4th inning. And it remains a 4-1 ball game in the bottom of the 4th. Is going to be coming up momentarily, as both teams this season are looking to take a step forward. As we mentioned in the pregame, both teams made it to the playoffs but lost in the quarterfinals. The Majors got swept by the Guelph Royals in 3 games, and the Chatham Barnstormers lost in 4 against the Hamilton Cardinals. So both teams are excited and optimistic that they can make it deeper this postseason.
Yeah, of course, Evan. Obviously, an unfortunate end to each other's season last year. Obviously, London had that 3rd seed for a while, for a couple of months going into August and September. Unfortunately, losing out on the last day to the Chatham Kent Barnstormers, that gave the Barnstormers the matchup against the Hamilton Cardinals, although unfortunately they did not come up victorious. And of course, London with the Guelph Royals, and we saw the 3-0 sweep last season. But when it comes to this season, when you look at all 9 teams in this league, you mainly look at 2, and that is Welland and Barrie.
Yep.
They are the last couple of champions, the last couple of seasons, as well as obviously London winning in 22, and since then it's been all Welland and Barrie, as they are, especially as Welland winning it last year, they are the team to beat this season, Evan.
Absolutely. And Welland is expected to be good. Barrie is expected to be good. London has higher expectations. Chatham has higher expectations. Hamilton obviously trying to follow up what they did last year. And Guelph, Toronto, Kitchener, and Brantford all looking to go deeper this season, as a new pitcher coming in for the Barnstormers for the bottom of the 4th inning. That's Tybold Mercator, who will get an inning of work here in the bottom of the 4th. Majors trying to get the bats going and try and cut into this 3-run deficit.
As you said, Evan, the high expectations. It seems like there are expectations for almost every team.
Absolutely.
As the expectations are kind of through the roof this season, with a lot more exposure, especially all around Canada, and starting to move towards a lot more of international work here, as Tucker Zadunik will lead off the bottom of the 4th.
That's a base hit for Zadunik. Good start to the inning, not wasting any time. He goes on that first pitch off of Mercator and lines it into right, and that's a leadoff single.
Yeah, just a good piece of hitting right there from Tucker Zadunik. Aggressive early, going after the first pitch, just gets it in between the hole of second base and first, as Trent Lenahan, London's first baseman, will take another crack at the plate.
And that's a little looper. That's going to get down. And here we go. Lenahan gets to first, and Zadunik gets to third. and back-to-back first pitch singles for the London Majors, and they got something cooking here in the bottom of the fourth.
You can tell London's being real aggressive here, Evans, early. 2 pitches, 2 hits. As you even see Tundra Zanunik taking an extra 90 feet. He is not the fastest man in the world when it comes to in this league, and able to use the wheels a little bit on that one. So now a possible second run only 90 feet away for London is Luis Jean, his second at bat of the day.
Swing and a miss there by Jean. That's a good breaking ball there by Mercator. Well, I think Luis Jean trying to get a fly out, get it in the air, and try and cash that run in from third. I think that's his goal right now. Try and get the Majors back to within 2.
Yeah, anything deep into the outfield will almost guarantee a run scored here for London. You can see the outfield back a little bit as even Trent Lanahan started to go on that one. Trying to negate the double play. As you see, the infielders are a little bit more in than their usual spot. Usually they're only a couple steps off from the grass, however, have stepped in and closer to second base in order to get a good transition if there is a ground ball in the infield. However,
Chatham would concede 2 outs for a run likely here because the infield is not in. There's the 0-2. That's a drive into right. This one is a fair ball. And this will score 1, maybe 2. Lenahan's getting the wave. Now he's getting the stop sign, and he'll stop at third as Luis Jean has an RBI double, and it's a 4-2 ball game.
Might have been a good idea to put the stop sign on Lenahan there. He was chugging for the plate. However, the ball was only a couple feet away. But a great piece of hitting there by Luis Jean, able to put it down the line perfectly, especially against Thibaut Mercadier. And just a great piece of hitting, able to drive one in, as now it is 4-2 Chatham.
And David Dryers now will get a chance to knock in maybe a few more, as Mercator still trying to get the first out of the inning here. And he takes one outside, ball 1.
Been a good start to the inning for London. They've been real aggressive here early. Not really too worried about Mercadier's pitch count. However, just worried on getting bodies on the base paths.
That one misses down low, and it's 2-0 now. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss there by Dryers. And it's a 2-1 now.
It is Whittle on deck. Again, Whittle is a really good hitter at the plate, especially this past season in college ball. As that was a good pitch there.
And missed down low, and now it's a 3 balls and a strike.
It was a good.
Mercator's got no choice but to come to Dryers.
This is Dryer's count now. This is advantage London. Mercadier is just got to get something at least close to the plate to work with.
And that'll be ball 4, and that'll load the bases with still nobody out. And the Majors are threatening big time now here against the Barnstormers here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mercadier just couldn't get anything close in that at-bat, and now what might be the perfect spot, both if you're London and Xavier Whittle, especially in your debut, to have the bases loaded with nobody out, as the go-ahead run on first base.
Mercator trying to limit the damage here in the bottom of the fourth. He deals to Whittle. That's up the middle. This could be two. There's one. There's two. A run will come in to score. It's a 4-3 game, but that Whittle drives into a double play, and a much-needed one there for Chatham, but the Majors are back to within one.
Yeah, good job for Whittle. Just hit the bat on the ball there and just get it into play. As I talked about earlier, the two middle infielders kind of coming in for a little bit for that double play depth, and they planned that perfectly. As Whittle, obviously not the fastest of runners on the base pass. That was an easy double play. However, London has put up 2 runs this inning, so they are still looking good. They are still in this game. Jaden Babuik will step in. The tying run just 90 feet away.
And Mercader pumps in a strike. And for Mercader, that is a big double play. Only gives up the one with the bases loaded, and is trying to get out of this inning without giving up another run and letting the Majors tie this one up. Here's the 0-1. That's a strike right there. It's 0-2.
Mercadi's only job right now is to get out of this inning. He's trying to hold on to the lead at least.
That's a drive into right. Back at the wall. It is over the head, and this will score a run. Babuik's going to third. He's going to third, and he will get in there with a 2-out triple, and this game is tied.
Jaden Babuik, what an at-bat. What a piece of contact he puts on that ball. We are now tied on the 2-out RBI triple from London's left fielder here.
Big hit, and this game is tied. And Mercader now trying to get out of the inning as fast as he can. And that one's away for ball 1.
So up to the plate is actually Cecilio Pimentel. I will be honest, I was unaware that of the 10th hitter in this ball game. So did not notice him out there his first time up, but he is here now. He singled his first time up. The 6'2", 240 left-hander is actually listed as a pitcher here on the Majors roster. The Dominican Republic native, 33 years of age.
Here's the 1-1 to Pimentel. And that one gets the zone. It's 1-2. And now Mercader counting his favor, trying to finish off the inning here in the bottom of the fourth.
I apologize again. I messed up.
It's a ground ball. It's bobbled, though, and this one will be out. Oh, a lucky play there for the Barnstormers as they avoid an error, and this game is tied after 4 innings. We'll have the top of the 5th for you right in a minute.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Ballpark. Is the top of the fifth about to be underway. A new pitcher again here for London, as it is Caleb Casey. He was warming up in the bullpen earlier. A 24-year-old from Surrey, BC. His first action here in London. 6'3", 245 pounds. As Evan, you have a little bit more information about.
Absolutely. Caleb Casey is a very interesting pitcher. Over the 2024-2025 season, Casey struck out 114 batters across 95 innings pitched. He had a 10.8 K per 9 rate while making 20 starts and 22 total appearances. And he also went in the West Coast League in 2025. He went 3-0 with an ERA just over 2.5 over 10 appearances. He struck out 11 batters in 14 innings, and that was when he transitioned to a full-time bullpen role. And it's going to be interesting to see how the majors want to use him, if they want to use him as an opener or a starter, if they need some starting pitching depth, or if they use him out of the bullpen. He can do any of them. He's a four-pitch guy. He's got his fastball with that swing and miss. He also got that changeup, the cutter, and the slider. So this is a very interesting guy to watch for the majors this season. He's got 4 pitches that he can strike out batters with all 4 of them. And it's going to be exciting to see him pitch here in a minute.
Yeah, you said it perfectly, Evan. Obviously, Caleb Casey is able to play in whatever role that Roop Chander that would want him in, either as a starter, a bullpen guy, or just simply an extra reliever. You know, obviously he is able to do all of that, and obviously a pretty strong campaign the last couple of years has obviously brought him here. As Roop Chander that sees a lot in him.
That's lined out right to, I believe that was. That's the first out of the inning, and that now will bring up Kean Johnston, the right fielder.
It's a good play there by David Dreyers, and just able to read the ball coming right to him.
And that's a drive into right, and this one will end up foul, and it's 0-1.
You can see Casey being real aggressive here early in counts. He really likes to get that first pitch strike most of the time.
And that's another foul back, and it's quickly 0-2. Casio is also showing the ability to pump the strike zone. He's got good command. Command has never been an issue for him. Here's the 0-2. That's a ground ball to David Dreyers, and he makes the play 2 away. David Dreyers, that's a good play there, and there's 2 away, and Caleb Cassidy having a nice debut.
David Dreyers in all the action here in the top of the 5th. That's 2 ground ball, or that's 2 plays directly to him already. That's a good start by Casey here in the top of the 5th. As the London offense is starting to clean it up a little bit. No errors so far this inning.
Yeah, the defense has been good. And here's Matazuki Fukuda. And he fouls that one off. And again, it's quickly 0-2.
Again, just staying aggressive in every at-bat is Caleb Casey. And as we've said, and as I will continue to say, that is what he is best at. Just staying aggressive against the hitter, really putting on the pressure, and making them make the first move, Evan.
Absolutely. He also has a very quick delivery. And that's a drive into left. This one is high, but it is caught. And that's the end of the top of the 5th inning. Productive inning there for Caleb Casey. And we will have the very productive inning as Well, we talked about earlier in the broadcast that the Majors have made a lot of additions to this team, and it's going to take us forever to talk about everybody. Well, we'll get to it. They've added reliever Cade Douglas, Zach Lord, who has pitched in this one, Trent Lenihan. They've added Roberto Caro, who can play the outfield, but mainly as center fielder. They've added starting pitcher Luis Perez for some starting depth. We'll see him during the season. They also added former Blue Jay prospect Kevin Vincula, and they've added Caleb Cassie, and they've Jaden Bublak, who you've seen in the lineup. He can play catcher, first base, second base, third base, and shortstop. He's a big utility guy, and that gives the Majors a lot of flexibility when it comes to lineups on a daily basis.
Yeah, it does, Evan. And obviously, a nearly whole new lineup. Only 7 returnees from last season. Alex Springer being the latest, as he was just signed yesterday. Is Payano, Keys, Springer, Diolio, Maves, Zadunik, and Skylar Janis. Those are your 7 returnees from London last season. Everyone else is in their first season, either in the CBL or first season with the London Majors. So lots of new faces around the ballpark for almost everybody, except for maybe all the kids in the stands who came with their classes.
So great to see so many schools here for a school day game here at Labatt Memorial Park. And there'll be one more school day game on Thursday before the home opener next Friday, as Ty Boltmer Cater will stay in the game for his second inning of work. He's hoping to have a cleaner inning after that 3-run bottom of the 4th the Majors put up.
So it really has been a good day at the ballpark today. Obviously, all the kids running around the concourse and down below near the concessions and up along the wall looking for a ball. As everybody's here, everybody is happy. As we will have more of this on Thursday.
Absolutely.
At the same time. That'll be at 11 o'clock as well.
And Mercady pumps and deals. And that's a well-hit ball off the bat of Burnley into right. And that's a great hit there for a single. And a good start again to the inning for the Majors. You can hear that crack of the bat on that one.
What a good hit by Jared Burney. Just able to just fully get the barrel to the ball there. Able to get it between the hole of short and third. And almost the same as last inning. A leadoff base runner for London.
There's Roberto Caro, the center fielder, will face Mercader. And there goes Dryers. This one is lined into left, but it's caught. And he's got to go back. Will he make it? He will. That was a close call. And it looks like Burney just got back in time. He thought that one was going to drop, but it didn't. It was on a line to the left fielder. And Burney gets into first safely.
Yeah, it was good contact by Carroll. Unfortunately, right to the left fielder. As Grayson Barrett tried making the throw over to first for the double play. Unfortunately, Owen Constantino, unfortunately, bobbling the low bouncing throw as Burney is able to stay on base for Eddie Diolio.
Diolio takes one down for ball 1. You can see Burney jumping over there at first base. Looks like he wanted to maybe try and steal a base. He's jumping over there. And we'll see if he wants to go here with one away and Diolio at the plate. And that's a liner right into left. This one is going to drop for a base hit. Diolio goes to first, Burney up to second. And there are now runners at first and second with one out.
Just another good piece of hitting there by Eddie Diolio. That was kind of a fastball that leaked over the heart of the plate. Obviously, Eddie didn't get all of it. If he did, that wall would be on Dundas Street right now if he got all of that. However, still able to get a base hit on that. Now 2 runners on. And Tucker Zadunik, who has had a good day at the plate so far, with only one away.
Mercator deals to Zadunik, and that's a brown ball to right. This one will be played easily and out there at first, and Zadunik is retired 2 away.
Smart play there by Julian Mounts. He didn't think he was able to get the double play because of how slow that ball was coming towards him. So he's able to make the smart play, get the force out at first. So now 2 away in the inning.
Here's Trent Lenihan now.
All Chatham needs here is an out. And we are still tied in this ball game. It is a lot better situation rather than if Mounts had tried to get the double play.
Mercator deals. Swing and a miss there by Lenihan, and that's strike 1.
Lenihan has had some really good cuts today. He has had some really good swings. He is itching for those base hits.
Here's the 0-1. That's a drive into center field. This one is up in the air, and it will be caught. Great catch out there. That was Andrew Groening who made that one, and that's the end of the bottom of the 5th inning. We will have top of the 6th inning. We are tied up at 4. We'll have the top of the 6th for you right after this.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Ballpark. It's the Majors versus the Barnstormers here on a cloudy Tuesday afternoon. It is our school day game, one of our 2 this week. As we look to the mound, it's a new pitcher here for London. It's Erasmo Penales. As the 31-year-old brings 11 seasons of professional baseball experience to London, having pitched in independent leagues, affiliate baseball, as well as internationally. The La Vega Dominican native was originally signed by the Houston Astros organization back in 2013. The highest level he was getting was AA baseball. As now here he is in the CBL.
That's the first pitch for a strike. Pinales made his first mark in Ottawa during the 2023 season, and he bursted. He was dominant in 35 appearances. He had an ERA of 1.5, striking out 39 batters in 36 appearances. This is a drive into left, back at the wall. It is gone. Beautiful swing there. Oh my goodness, that one, Moses Brito with an opposite field home run. And the Barnstormers have taken the lead here in the top of the 6th.
What a start to the inning here from Chatham, Kent. First pitch swinging was Moises Brito. As he was able to drive that ball deep to left. Sorry, not Moises Brito. It is actually Grayson Barrett with the home run to make it a 1-run Chatham-Kent lead.
And here is your grounding now with a little looper. That's caught, though. Great play there by Jarrett Burney for the first out.
Really getting to Pinales here so far. As two pretty good at bats with some pretty good contact to end them. However, one left the park, one was an out. That was made by Jarrett Burney.
And here's Yoshin Ota now for his third at bat of the afternoon.
Ota has looked solid today. He has had some pretty good at bats. And of course, playing third today. He has not had much action at third base so far. As we even look, a lot of action going on in both bullpens. Appears to be Skylar Janis here for London, as he might be getting into this game early. Has some action in the Chatham-Kent bullpen as well. We will get back to you with a name for who is warming up.
There's the 3-0. That one is in there for a strike, and it's 3-1.
It's a good fastball. And Ota was taking the whole way, so Pinales knew he could just put it middle.
Big swing there by Ota. He swings right through it. It's a full count now.
A nice heavy fastball there at the top of the zone from Pinales. As originally down 3-0 in this count, he has come back.
And that one is ball 4. Good eyes there by Ota. He draws the 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Julian Monks.
It's an unfortunate sequence from Pinales in that at bat.
Yeah, you can see the Pinales has that good fastball. He's also got the good breaking ball that he'll use to lefties that we saw there. That one misses outside for ball 1.
He is a mainly fastball, breaking ball kind of pitcher. He likes to put that slider in there sometimes. That will go foul to make the count 1-1. But those are his top 2 pitches. He loves the fastball and he loves the slider. And if he's got both of those working, you know that he is going to have a good day on the bump.
Yeah, that's where he found most of his success, like we said before, in Ottawa with that 1.5 ERA. Striking out 36 batters in 39 innings. And the majors are hoping he can bring that kind of stuff this season. That one's way outside, ball 2. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be a base hit through into right. And this one will end up at second base, as good awareness there from the Chatham as they get a runner now at third. That's Ota, who read that play very well and now is at third.
Yeah, another hit and run performed in this game. We saw London do that in the first inning and almost perfect it with the Eddie Diolio single in the first. However, Chatham comes back with almost an even better rendition of that play, as now it's runners on the corners with only one away, and a good spot for Chatham to extend their lead even more.
And there's Owen Constantino. He swings and misses at the first offering he's offered from Pinales. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a base hit into right. 1 run will score. A runner's going to third. Lennyman will stop there at first. And Constantino has an RBI single. It's a run for Chatham, and they extend their lead over the majors here.
RBI single there from Constantino. Again, you're really able to see now how electric this Chatham offense has been and can be, obviously, throughout the year. 6 runs already as they have been lighting up these London pitchers here.
There's Robert Mackey, the DH. He'll get a crack at Pinales as that one is in there for a strike. Julian Monks is at third. Owen Constantino is at first. And that one is in there again for another strike. It's 0-2.
There's another breaking ball there from Pinales, just able to freeze him just ever so slightly. And
here's the 0-2. That one, did that hit him? I think it did. Yes, it did. And that will load the bases. So a hit batter, and now that'll bring up the top of the order now with still only 1 out. Not sure it got a lot of hard contact, but it definitely snipped him, and he felt it, and looks like he's okay. And now Eduardo Diolio is going to have a chat now as they are majors trying to limit the damage here with Thomas Green up next.
yeah, definitely more unfortunate events here for London and for Pinales as well, as that kind of catches him right in the elbow as Hudson Gagne quick to make that call. So now Mackey will get on. It is Thomas Green again. He, in this same situation he was in his last time up with the 3 RBI double, trying to do the same again. Currently holding on to a 2-run lead is Chatham Kent. Trying to extend it here, only 1 away.
There's the 0-1. That one is a base hit. Caught there. There's 1, and they will get 2. Much needed double play there for the majors defense as they limit the damage and just give up 2 runs. It's a 6-4 lead for the Chatham Kent Barnstormers. Will have the bottom of the 6th as we saw some action down in the majors bullpen. Well, we're going to see if Pinales will go out there for another inning. But for now, Chatham holds a 2-run lead, and they've been hitting the ball very well so far today, Owen.
Yes, they have, Evan, and it's very evident when you look at the at-bats that these Barnstormers have been having throughout the day, and it's either it's getting to Victor Payano and putting up 4 in that 2nd inning, or obviously, you know, a lot just throughout the entire game, how electric the offense has been. They've only gone 1, 2, 3 one time, and that was in the 1st inning when Victor Payano was still in this game. As a new pitcher here for Chatham, London will try and get the offense going, currently down by 2. As we are up for the bottom of the 6th, as you can see Skylar Janis in the bullpen, getting a little bit of work in. He may come into this game. We are still unsure.
It's always good to see a lot of the players getting some playing time, as although this is an exhibition game, it's good to just get some work in before the season starts. London will open up their season Friday, May 15th at home against the Barrie Baycats. First pitch for that one is at 7. That's next Friday. And for Chatham, they will open their season also on Friday at home against the Guelph Royals at 7:35 for first pitch for that one. As Chatham will head home after this one here in London, as we are getting ready for the bottom of the 6th. Majors down by 2 as they look to get the bats going. They hit well, a lot of good offensive production, but they're down by 2.
I'm sure if you are a fan of either one of these teams watching this game, I'm sure you can be pretty excited for how this season may go. I mean, you're seeing the electric offenses of both sides. You're also seeing a little bit of the boost in the pitching reinforcement, Evan.
Absolutely, yeah. It's great to see, and Elise Jean will lead off here in the bottom of the 6th.
As obviously with so many new additions to a team, and obviously for the first year of a team to go pro, the first professional team in London since 2014. A little slip
Little
there
tumble
on the
there.
mound.
Make sure he's okay, and he is. As Luis Jean takes a ball outside. Here's the 1-0 to Luis Jean. That one upstairs, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Maybe a little rattled here early on after the slip on the first pitch. Just gotta try and keep himself in it. That was a little inside on Luis Jean. It'll go to 3-0 now.
And trying to find the strike zone in the command. And Luis Jean now, who's had a couple of good at-bats here today. That one is way inside, and that'll be ball 4, and Luis Jean draws the leadoff walk. So another good start to the inning for the Majors, as they have a leadoff base runner.
A 4-pitch walk there from Luis Jean. It will bring up David Dryers. We forgot to mention it is Will Greer on the mound for the Chatham Camp Barnstormers here. He will make his first action of the season.
First pitch is inside to David Dryers.
What we have started to see is just everybody trying to get back into their groove. Obviously, a lot of walks in this game, a lot of errors. Not that you would usually see that come June and July, as everyone now is just trying to get conditioned for next weekend and try and get hot before the season begins so they can have themselves a good year.
And it looks like Dryers got hit by that pitch, and now there are runners at first and second now with nobody out. And that'll bring up Xavier Whittle.
Your designated hitter, Xavier Whittle.
And Xavier Whittle, he's yet to reach base so far. This will be his 3rd at-bat of the day. 2 on with nobody out as Greer has let the first 2 men get on base.
Greer pumps in a strike to Xavier Whittle. And it looks like now he's going to get pitching coach for the Barnstormers. Going to have a little chat here.
Yeah, just going to quickly go out and see how he's feeling. Obviously, they're talking about the slip and fall at the start of the inning right there. You saw Greer was kind of showing him where his foot landed. That kind of started to make him go down, and he seems all right now.
Yeah, it was in his delivery when he kind of slipped the pitch. He still delivered it, and it looks like that little talk that he had, everything's okay, and we'll get back to the at-bat against Xavier Whittle.
There's always a lot of worry in plays like that for pitchers, and getting their foot caught in the dirt, especially on the mound, and
There's a strike there.
there are a lot of injuries that can come that way. Obviously, not what you want to see at the very start of the season is your pitcher go down like that. Thankfully, he is okay. He will continue this ball game.
And there go the runners. That's a drive into right. This one will drop, and this will score one for sure. Here's the throw home. It is not in time, and the Majors are back to within one. It's 6-5. RBI single for Xavier Whittle.
Well, nice little way to get your first hit as a Major right there. A little blooper into right. There's a breaking ball down and away thrown by Greer, and Whittle was just able to get the hands out on it, get the end of the bat to the ball, and that'll bring in a run. And just like that, it's a one-run game again. Still nobody out, Evan.
Yeah, and a little chat on the mound just to discuss things and how they want to attack Jane and Babluk. And you hate trying to limit the damage if you're the Barnstormers. Game has been back and forth all game, and the Majors are creeping in. They are within one with runners at first and second with nobody out. And Jane Babluk will try and continue the momentum here for the Majors.
So you notice there as well, Chatham Kent used another one of their mound visits to check on Greer again. The first one obviously was to make sure he was feeling okay. There's a bunt that's popped up. Greer will make the play himself to finally get the first out of the inning. And as you saw, Fukuda, after the Whittle single, he went out just to calm his pitcher down, really try and get the nerves out of the way, and clearly it worked right there. There is an out early on.
Well, there's the first out, and now Greer pumps a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes now. And here's the 1-0. That one is outside to Adam Thuss, who was signed during the offseason. He will play a big utility role. He can play a few positions. And that one way in the dirt, but he swings at it and fouls it off. It's 2-1.
This is Thuss's third at bat, unfortunately. A little error up here in the booth from me is failed to realize that. However, he is now here and acknowledged.
And that's a drive into left center. This one will be caught as Adam Thuss flies out, and that's the second out of the inning.
Good way to get back into it there from Greer. He's able to get the second out of the inning. As just keeping his sequences going, able to stay aggressive as always. He's able to get the second out of the inning.
Here's Jared Burney now. Try and produce some 2-out magic here. It's a 6-5 ball game here in the 6th. That one's way up high, ball 1.
Jared Burney is up to, this will be his 4th at bat today.
That's a drive into center field. Back at the wall, it is caught. Great play there by the Barnstormers center fielder. That was Adam Groening who made that one. He's made a couple good plays in center field here today. And we will have the top of the 7th for you in just a minute.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca. Hockey isn't a game, it's a legacy. VMF Sportswear builds custom pro-level jerseys, socks, and apparel, like team hoodies and workout wear. Your colors, your crest, your identity. Create yours now.
And welcome back, folks, to the top of the 7th inning. The Chatham-Kent Barnstormers lead the London Majors 6-5, and a new pitcher, a familiar face for London Majors fans, Skylar Jace, the 32-year-old, coming off one of the best campaigns in London Majors history for the relief department in 2025. He had a 5-1 record. He had 12 saves, which was first in the league. That set a new record as well. He had an ERA below 2.5 across 29 innings and 23 relief appearances. And opponents just batted 196 against him, and he was absolutely dominant, and he'll get the 7th inning of work here. And here's Kian Johnston, who will lead off the 7th, and he'll take a first pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Skylar looking to build off of what he did last season. He was very reliable in high leverage situations. That one a swing and a miss there by Johnston, and he fouls it off, and it's 0-2. Johnston's also had a couple good at-bats here this afternoon as the Barnstormers lead the Majors 6-5. Here's the 0-2. That one is fouled off, and we'll do it all over again. Skylar's got the sign. Here's the 0-2 again. That one is up the middle into center field for a base hit. And a leadoff single for Kian Johnston. And that was a good solid hit there. And the first runner is on for the Barnstormers here in the top of the 7th. And they'll bring up Mitazuki Fukuda now for the Barnstormers. Skylar delivers way up high for a ball, and it's 1-0. And that one catches the corner, and that one is a strike. It's 0-2 now. Skylar had good command last season. Like I said, 12 saves that led all of the CBL. And that's a drive into right center. This one will be caught by the center fielder. And that's the first out of the inning. That's Roberto Caro who made that one, and that's the first out. Here's Grayson Barrett now, the left fielder. He'll face Skylar. That's first pitch swinging. This one will be up and out of play, as David Dryers ran out of room, and it's 0-1. Here comes Skylar with the 0-1. That one, did he go? They say he did not, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Skylar has that good fastball. He's also got that breaking ball, which he'll use every once in a while. That one is a drive into left. This one, 3 majors are falling for it, and what a nice diving play there. Beautiful play, and that's the second out. And 2 flyouts for Skylar, and an out away from stranding that leadoff single. Here's Andrew Groening now, who will try and produce some two-out magic for the Barnstormers here, as Skylar has settled down after giving up that leadoff single. And that one, first pitch swinging, and looks like he fouled that one off of, looks like maybe a leg, as he's going to take a minute, try and shake that one off.
Always one of the most painful plays in baseball, just fouling a ball off your foot or off your shin, and you feel that for the rest of the day.
He's back in the batter's box. He's good to go. And now a time called. A 1 count to Groening. That one is a base hit. Oh no, off the glove. And that one will result in an infield hit. That's an unfortunate one there. That's David Dryers, who just couldn't pick that one up cleanly. And that'll result in runners at first and third with 2 out.
Hey, just more misfortune here from London on the defensive side. Just another bad hop that catches Dryer. He's not able to get the hand back up in time, as it kind of.
Here's Yoshin Ota, who he takes a strike.
That has been an issue today for London. It's the bad bounces on that left side of the infield that's been kind of buckling both Dryers and Jeans.
Ota sends one to Dryers, but no play, and now there's nobody at third, and now they got them in a rundown. Dryers will tag out. And that one, a good defensive awareness there, as that was Andrew Groening, and David Dryers got the tag and the out. And that will be the top of the 7th inning.
That was just a fantastic play there by David Dryers. He knew he had no play at first, so he tried to fake it out. Obviously, Groening on it, slowly on his way to third. Once that ball was out of Dryer's hand, Groening was about to be on the move. However, David Dryer's able to get him looking at it and able to get the out.
And Majors limited the damage there. It's a 7-5 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 7th. As the Majors looking for some more runs here at the bottom of the 7th.
It was a good start to the season there by Skylar Janice. And now it's up for the London offense to try and step up again.
And Chatham, or I should say London rather, they were power 34 home runs as a team last year. And they are hoping that power stroke continues into next season. As a team, they batted .274. They scored 221 runs as a team. So their offense was quite good. And they're hoping that the signings that they've made over the offseason, that they will provide some power and some balance into this lineup, as it was a bunch of contact last season. Now they're hoping for both power and contact, as the new season, or new campaign, I should say, starts next Friday. Exciting time to be a baseball fan.
Yes, it definitely is. It definitely is, Evan. And of course, as we were talking about their season last season and the below average in terms of home runs, as well as the only team in the IBL last season without 200 RBIs.
As we are getting ready for the bottom of the 7th inning here. And the Majors down by 2, trying to get the offense going, and it'll be Roberto Caro. Roberto Caro's had a couple good at-bats as well. Good contact hitter. And here's the first pitch, and he squares bunt, and that one will go foul. We've seen a couple bunts today from the majors, trying to sneak a base hit. That's a good way to do it when you're down by 2. Just try and get creative with the way you get on base. And that one just sneaked foul.
Yeah, Caro just trying to do anything to get on base. That will now push in Yushin Ota as he takes a couple of steps in now just to kind of be warned of a potential bunt here from Roberto Caro.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the major center fielder. That one is fouled back, and it remains 0-2. As the Chatham bullpen trying to shut down the offense. Here's the 0-2. That one is, what a play there by the first baseman for Chatham, and that's an out there. A great play by Constantino, Owen Constantino, the first baseman. And that one dug out of the dirt, and that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, like you said, Evan, really impressive play there from Constantino. Able to read it quickly. That was a hard ground ball to his right side, and he was able to rotate the hips and get the glove down in time and make the big play for the first out of the inning.
And here's Eduardo Diolio now, and if you want a man to start an offensive run, this is the guy that you want at the plate right now as he's going up there swinging at the first pitch. He fouls it back 0-1.
That is exactly what Eddie Diolio is good at. He likes to be aggressive on the first pitch. He does get fastball first pitch a lot. And as you see by his numbers last year, obviously that 309 average, that 950 OPS, as well as 11 home runs last year.
That's a drive into right center. This one is up in the air, and it'll be caught by the center fielder for the Barnstormers. That one was Andrew Grounding. He's had a busy afternoon, but he's made all the plays he has to.
Right fielder, number 44, Tucker.
Obviously, as we were saying there, Eddie staying aggressive unfortunately does not work out for him. His Grounding only needs to go about a couple feet just shy of the warning track, because nobody from London has really come close to that wall yet.
And now Tucker Zadunik sends one into left. This one is up in the air in left center, and this one will be caught. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Chatham Barnstormers, who are retaining their lead. That'll do it for the bottom of the 7th. We'll have the top of the 8th for you in just a minute.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca. Hockey isn't a game, it's a legacy. VMF Sportswear builds custom pro-level jerseys, socks, and apparel, like team hoodies and workout wear. Your colors, your crest, your identity. Create yours now.
You really botched those names. And we are back here at Labatt Memorial Ballpark, here to start the top of the 8th inning. New pitch. Oh, it is still Skylar Janice on the bump for London. Gave up just the 1 run last inning. He did still look strong, however. He will go for a 2nd inning of action. We will play a full 9 innings. Because no matter what, we will have a bottom of the 9th as well. Just to make sure everybody is conditioned and prepped for the start of the season next week. And I believe it will be the exact same on Thursday as well.
Yeah, same start time for the game on Thursday. That one will be against the Kitchener Panthers, who will be in town at Labatt Memorial Park for that one.
Kitchener had a little bit of success against London last season, as their offense has obviously been pretty good, as well as their defense has been pretty average. The only, I guess, setback that Kitchener had last year was their pitching. However, with a lot of new additions this season, that has definitely taken a different swing, and they are definitely looking to improve.
Julian Monks will lead off the inning for Chatham, with Skylar on the mound for a second straight inning.
More action in both bullpens. It is now Alex Springer, who was the first one down in the bullpen earlier in this game for London. He is now finally getting his little warm-up routine going, as well as a couple of pitchers on the Chatham-Kent side. There's one.
There's a little grounder to the first baseman. That is Trent Lenihan, who makes that play one away.
Good start the inning for Janice. Able to get a weak grounder to the right-hand side, and Lenihan able to make the play all on his own.
Here's Owen Constantino. Back up there against Skylar. Here's the delivery. And pumps one in there outside for ball one.
Constantino's last at-bat came in the 6th inning. He had an RBI single to extend the lead to what was 6-4 at the time.
Little comebacker to Skylar, and he'll make the play easily to Trent Lenihan, 2 away. And quickly 2 out here in the top of the 8th.
Very quick start to this 8th inning. So far, 2 up, 2 down. Skylar Janice only throwing about 5 pitches so far in this inning. It's Robert Mackey, the designated hitter now. He has been pretty productive today as well, as he'll look at a first pitch fastball in there from Janice.
Here's the 0-1 from Janice to Robert Mackey. That one is down in the dirt for ball one. And he pumps one in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Trying to get out of this inning without any further damage. 7-5 ball game lead for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. That one's a drive into left. This one will be caught. Beautiful diving play. Oh my goodness, the athleticism there. That was impressive to see. My goodness. And that one, that'll end the inning in the top of the 8th. That was Jaden Babluk for the Majors who got that play. And we will have the bottom of the 8th coming up right now as we are Majors trying to make a comeback here. They are running out of outs to work with now, as it'll be likely another new pitcher for the Barnstormers.
Yes, it is. And what a phenomenal play out there by Babiuk. Out in left, able to read the ball off his first step and get over to his right in time. And what seemed like almost a shore base hit right off the bat turned into the 3rd out of the inning. We've now gone to the bottom of the 8th. So 6 outs remaining here for London as they try and crawl their way back into this one.
Looks like it'll be Buckley, excuse me, for the Barnstormers, who will get an inning of work here. And it'll be Trent Lenihan to lead off the inning for the Majors, who will try and start the inning on a good note and get on base, as the Majors are down by 2.
It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters here for London. It goes Lenihan, Jean, and Dryers. As Chatham is looking to be in a pretty good spot to start their season off right, as there is still a little bit of energy in this ballpark, Evan, although it doesn't look like any of these kids are really paying attention to this ball game. They are still excited to be here, not in school. So that went off Lenihan's head.
Ooh, looks like he's okay. He'll walk to first, and well, there's a base runner for the Majors. Not probably the way that he wanted to get on base, but he'll take it, and that's a leadoff hit by pitch for the Majors, as Bo Buckley just had that one crawl out of his hands, slipped, and that'll bring up Luis Jean, the third baseman.
Yeah, it was just a breaking ball that he tried to get inside on Lenihan, and obviously, as you said, Evans must have caught an edge of the seam and kind of slipped off of it.
We'll keep an eye on Lenihan. Doesn't have tremendous speed, but it's the exhibition, so we could easily see him trying to snipe a bag here, especially the circumstances with the man. And there he goes, and the throw there will be in time. Wow, great play there by the Barnstormers defense, and Lenihan is thrown out.
That is a phenomenal throw right on the money by Mitsuta Fukuda. Yes, that was just an exceptional play. Obviously, as you said, Lenihan obviously not the best speed, however, in an exhibition game. Obviously, you can try as much as you want, as these games do not matter towards stats or standings. And Fukuda threw a strike down to second base, and there is one away.
Here's the 2-1 to Luis Jean. That one is way inside. It's 3-1. Hitters count now for the Majors' third baseman. That one, a little looper, and that one will end up foul. And the left side part of the third base bag. And the count moves up to full. David Dryers is waiting on deck. As Bo Buckley trying to put away Luis Jean. Here's the full count. That one swing and a miss there by Luis Jean. He strikes out for the second out. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th.
It was a breaking ball there, and obviously fooling Luis Jean and getting him to chase with ease. That pitch started about middle and tailed the entire way until about the other batter's box and got Jean to swing on that, and there are 2 away in the inning. It is David Dryers, the 7 hitter for London.
Dryers hits it in the air to center. This one will be caught by the center fielder for the Barnstormers, Andrew Groening, and that will end the bottom of the 8th inning. Still 7-5. The Chatham Kent Barnstormers lead the London Majors. We will have the top of the 9th for you in a minute.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca. Hockey isn't a game, it's a legacy. VMF Sportswear builds custom pro-level jerseys, socks, and apparel, like team hoodies and workout wear. Your colors, your crest, your identity. Create yours now.
Sorry? That's Sprinter. I'll do it. It's fine. Back here in Labatt Memorial Ballpark as we will start the ninth. It will be Alex Springer on the mound to start the ninth, the 24-year-old. In his fourth season here with the majors, he just signed his extra deal yesterday, and so far in his majors career, he has been pretty solid. Obviously last year, a bit of a down year, only 10 1/3 innings pitched with a 7.84 ERA. So obviously trying to get back to his form. His form was in 2024 with a 1.69 ERA through 16 innings of work, as well as only 17 strikeouts to 3 walks in 2024, 10 strikeouts to 3 walks last season. So you know the stuff is there. It's just the consistency that Springer needs to bring to this season in order to be successful. And obviously, only being 24, obviously the hometown kid, born and raised here in London.
Yeah, absolutely. Since joining the majors in 2023, he's made 22 career appearances. 6 of those are starts. He's compiled 45 strikeouts and only walking just 12 over 46 1/3 innings pitched. And he provides a lot of pitching depth for the majors, both in the bullpen and in the starting rotation if they need him for that role. As there's a swing and a miss there by Thomas Green.
And we know Springer can be strong. We know that the confidence can be there. Obviously, may have slightly lost it last season, obviously. It was not the best in terms of consistency for not only just Springer, but for the entire team, you would say. So obviously, trying to get back to his 2024 form of that sub-2 ERA.
And that one is fouled off there by Thomas Green. It remains 0-2.
You're starting to notice the confidence is already there for Springer so far here in his first outing. 3 straight strikes, obviously to start his day, and he's in a good spot here against Thomas Green.
Swing and a miss there. He gets the strikeout of Thomas Green, 1 away. That's a good start to the inning for Alex Springer.
And exactly what we want to see out of Alex Springer. He was the kind of guy that would average about a strikeout an inning. He would get at least one. He would get a couple throughout his outings. He wouldn't get many too long outings. He's mostly been a bullpen guy here for London. However, can still be consistent in a starting role. That has popped up. Luis Jean at third will make the play. And there are 2 away here in the ninth.
Well, it's a good thing for Springer. He signed literally yesterday, like you said, Owen, and it's great for him to get an inning of work as he hopes to build off of what he did last season. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. And that one is a first pitch ball away to Mitazuki Fukuda, the catcher.
Obviously, Fukuda trying to continue what he did last season as well. And as we mentioned earlier, the 26-year-old was very solid in his only 2 seasons so far here in this league, both for the Chatham Kent Barnstormers. And last year was definitely an upgrade. He 8 more games, 28 more at-bats from Fukuda, as he definitely got a lot more playing time. He is a 2-time All-Star. He's been an All-Star both years here in this league, and his playoff stats as well last year were pretty good as well. A 300 average in the 4 games played against the Hamilton Cardinals. And may I say, watching that series was very entertaining to watch, I will say.
Absolutely. Now Alex Springer with the 2-2 count on Fukuda. And that was swing and a miss there by Fukuda. And what a nice inning for Alex Springer as he keeps the Chatham offense at a 0. And we will head to the bottom of the 9th inning here. And it looks like we're going to get a new pitcher for Chatham as the Majors are down by 2 and are down to their last 3 outs of this exhibition game. But don't worry, though, another exhibition game is on the way. Thursday, they will face the Kitchener Panthers at 11 a.m. the same time. It's going to be a good one as a new pitcher, Eric Pettypiece, will come into the game for the Chatham Barnstormers, the lefty. He had a very good season last year. He'll take the mound for an inning of work, and he will look for a exhibition save, if you will, against the London Majors here as they are working with 3 outs and Chatham up by 2.
Yes, he is, Evan. Again, as you said, up by 2. In a very good spot right now is Chatham, as they have looked strong to start their exhibition season. As we will look to see how they look in their season opener as well. We will go with the 8, 9, and 10 hitter for this one. It's Xavier Whittle, Jaden Babiuk, and then Adam Fuss due up here in the 9th, and obviously we will go back to the top of the order if the inning will not conclude then.
Well, if you're Chatham, you got to feel pretty good if you're the Chatham Kent Barnstormers coming out of here with a win. Get your season off to a good start. They'll head back home for their next preseason game and before their home opener next Friday.
Now batting for your Majors, designated hitter, Xavier Whittle.
And Whittle will try and start a rally for the London Majors here, down by 2.
Yeah, Whittle, he is 1 for 3 today. Had that single to right his last time up. And a pretty good at bat. He's looking for the same effort and outcome from this one is the defense will play straight up against Whittle. As we quickly call time before a pitch is thrown.
Here comes the first delivery from Pettypiece. And that one's fouled off by Whittle. And Pettypiece, he's got that good fastball that he'll use against righties. He'll also throw in that breaking ball as well. That one is down below the zone for a ball. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And that one in there for a strike. That's a good fastball there from Pettypiece. And that's 1 and 2 count now.
He was able to kind of freeze Whittle on that fastball up and in. Obviously, Whittle had a look at it as he'll swing at this one. This will go to short.
Close play, and he's safe. And Whittle able to beat it out after a high throw. And that's going to cost the Chatham Barnstormers a base runner. So what would have been a routine play. And now the tying run will come to the plate.
Yeah, again, just more misfortune for both sides defensively as Thomas Green just kind of overthrows Constantino a little bit. I thought he got back to the bag, but obviously we have a different view than what the umpires have.
And he pumps one in there for a strike to Jaden Babouk. Runner at first, nobody out. Tying run at the plate as the Majors trying to start a rally here. Swing and a miss there by Babouk, and it's 1-1 now. Or 0-2, excuse me.
Yeah, Pettipete's looking strong here in the bottom of the ninth, as even though giving up the initial base runner, which I will not credit him with giving up that base runner.
He's got good command, and here's the 0-2. That one is hit up the middle. This one could be two. A little slippage. They get one. They do not get the double play, as Xavier Whittle is thrown out at second, but Jaden Babouk beats it out at first, and an infield hit for the Majors left fielder.
Yeah, there's Thomas Green getting some more action here in the ninth, able to make up for the error on his first play by getting the force at second. Unfortunately, a little slip behind the base kind of hindered him from getting 2 outs, but either way, they were still able to get Whittle, and we'll bring up Adam Thuss here with 1 away.
And Thuss fouls it off. It's quickly 0-2 again. Pettipete's command has been very good, not falling behind on hitters. A lot of 2-strike counts. And that just tells you a lot about his command and his confidence in his pitches.
Yes, Pettipe is very confident in his stuff. He is a mainly fastball pitcher, as he will try and overpower you with the fastball on the upper part of the zone, and that time was a bit of an off speed there, and Thuss was able to hang back and even the count here.
Yeah, you can see Jaden Babouk bouncing around at first. He's thinking about going potentially with 1 out, trying to avoid that double play. He won't go here, and that one is low and away. It's a full count now.
That was a good pitch there by Pettipe. So unfortunately, a better eye from Adam Thuss. As for the first time today, we're starting to get Let's Go Majors chants here from the kids that are still here, as that will be ball 4 to Adam Thuss. And so now the tying run will get on first base. It is Jared Burney to step in now.
Now batting your second baseman, Jared Burney.
So the winning run is at the plate. Runners at first and second with 1 out. As the Let's Go Majors chants are getting louder from the kids here at Labatt Park. That one is in there for a strike 0-1.
Every at-bat so far here in the bottom of the ninth, Pettipe has started them with a first pitch strike. As you can
That's a drive into right. Back goes the right fielder for the Barnstormers. He makes the play. And it looks like great base running there. As it looks like Babouk will tag from second and go to third, but there are 2 outs now. And that's a good play by the right fielder, Kean Johnston.
Yeah, obviously, unfortunate that London has not shown the power today. Obviously, a bit of a colder day here, and in early May here in London. The air is going to be a little cold. The ball will not travel as much as it usually would come, June and July, and it is definitely showing here.
So it's up to Roberto Caro, and the Majors are down to their final out. with the winning run still at the plate. That's a ground ball, and this should do it. The throw is in time, and that'll do it. Roberto Caro grounds out, and the Majors fall to the Chatham Barnstormers here this afternoon, 7-5. A tough one, but it's an exhibition game, and a lot of good things that we saw here this afternoon, Owen, and it's an exhibition game, and the Majors will be back at it on Thursday.
Yes, they will, Evan. They'll be here back on Thursday to face Kitchener Panthers. And like you said, a lot of positives in this game, but also a lot of negatives, I'd say, from both sides. Obviously, the defensive mishaps, obviously, it's something you can't control all the time, especially with the bounces on a new field for some of these players. And, the pitching was solid for, most of the way. Obviously, there were a couple innings there, that Payano second inning or the third inning, or the fourth inning, for the Majors, where just those big buildup of runners and pressure, and that will store the runs for you. But no, both offenses, I think, played a fantastic job, and the defenses as well. And this is gonna look like such a very good season.
Yeah, Majors obviously something to build off of, and that's why we have the exhibition games, to give batters and the pitchers the chance to go on the field and get some reps, but don't go anywhere, because on Thursday the Kitchener Panthers will be in town for another school day game, as we'll have more kids here to watch some fun baseball for the Majors. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. It'll be first pitch at 11 a.m. on Thursday against the Kitchener Panthers. Have a great rest of your day.